Certainly, all of us not only should get involved, it's imperative that we all do. So, for instance, in the case of what we are doing to establish a city, when people start talking about going into intentional communities, they're always talking about, I got to be around somebody with people who think like me. Like we have to be, we have to think alike, be like-minded. And truth of the matter is, most of us live in places where we don't even know the people who we live around. So it's not that you can't live with people who don't think like you. The greater thought is that we have to consider what our agenda is collectively. A lot of the things that are happening, it might be on some cartoonish, G.I. Joe and Legion of Doom and all these, cartoons of superheroes and things. But believe me, at some point, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad says that 100% dissatisfaction brings about 100% change. Most of us are not dissatisfied with how we are living, and we're not dissatisfied enough with the buffoons who are perpetuating the things that we are being puppeted around to support. Like, it's just some things that we know don't make sense, but we're not willing to really stand up and just destroy, for instance. Like, destroy what we know is seeking to destroy us. And, you have to find it in yourself. So what I'm saying is, someone who's not necessarily interested in living around a whole bunch of black folk, deciding on how to create a government for black folk, not interested in, some of the cultural dynamics of black folk, but love black folk enough to say, I support what you're doing. I think what you want to do for yourself is a good thing for you. But I like making this money. Like, as Sister Ife said, it's as simple as, if you live in, say, the project, wherever you are, do some container gardening, like grow your own food. Find something to do, create a network. In New Orleans, we have the Backyard Gardeners Network, right? And this is a number of, citizens in different neighborhoods who grow different foods, and then they come together, exchange the foods that they want and like and need, and then everyone is fed. But we rather sit back and argue against Wally World and his children and demand that you give me some, some real food. Like, them people don't have to give you nothing. It's our responsibility, right? And when you really understand it's your responsibility, it's like, I always say mama is the closest thing to God. Mama will pick up a car, kill concrete, drown a drop of water when you messing with her babies. So we have to get mama-fied. We need to be mama-fied in what we want for ourselves, what we want for our people. And find your way, like team with somebody or some group, some organization. The same way you're thinking about how to get on that rocket ship with Elon Musk, right? Like some of y'all, I'm gonna get off of this planet. I'm going to Mars, because he's doing the work. I ain't mad with him. Like, he won't go to Mars. Go on, young blood. Go on. But you have to determine what it is that we want, because you can't do nothing in silos, nothing by yourself. We have to determine what we want to establish on this planet, on this day. And then any horse with a man on it come out the sky, or any baby plane and UFOs that, you know, come, like, if it's for us, if it's on our team, we already in motion. If it ain't on our team, then you better be ready to fight for it, right? So, yeah, just find some group or some individuals, create a group to do what it is, you know, like that, what it is you see in yourself. Like, go into your own imagination, fantasize. Because if you don't have your own fantasy, you might be living in somebody else's fantasy. And their fantasy might be your nightmare, which has been what we have been living as a people. So, that one.